And then it started.
Ms. Benedict, you were charged with assault causing bodily injury. You were facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
On January 2nd, 2025, the officer made contact with the complainant, a Walmart asset protection employee, who stated he was contacted by other staff members about the defendant attempting to enter the employee-only section of the store. The complainant confronted the defendant, and the defendant presented manifestly under the influence of an intoxicant, and the defendant was asked to leave. The defendant refused, and the complainant blocked the defendant's entry into the employees-only section, and the defendant then punched the complainant 4 times in the chest with a closed fist, causing pain.
All right. Ma'am, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, I'm going to put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand, ma'am?
Yes.
Where was this?
It was at a Walmart, Your Honor.
Okay. You are not allowed to go to any Walmarts. Do you understand that is also a condition of your bond? If you violate any of these conditions, you pick up a new case, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail, and Are you employed at this time?
No, I have a job interview tomorrow.
Did you want to apply for an appointed lawyer?
Yes.
Okay. I already have an application on file. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you go to Victoria Center Reset. I'm going to have you get with Fleischer for your bond conditions. We'll have you take a seat in the jury box while we find you a lawyer. Okay? Please.
Judge, no contact with my evidence.
Please. And no weapons.
Yes, Judge. All right, Judge, next is page 2. Voice, Ferris.
Is it Bourgeois? Ferris? Bourgeois. Come on up, ma'am. Was that right, Bourgeois?
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, you're charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge. On January 2nd, 2025, officers were dispatched to a trespasser call at a McDonald's in Harris County, Texas. The complainant, the manager of the McDonald's, stated the defendant had been asked to leave several times before and refused to do so. The complainant stated she and her staff observed the defendant in the parking lot checking car door handles, and the defendant stated to the officer that she had not asked her to leave the location and that she had not done anything wrong. That's what the defendant stated, but
Okay.
yeah.
So
The complainant stated she had been asked to leave, and the defendant stated she was not. But the defendant did say to the officers that she was asked to leave several times, and she refused to do so
at this McDonald's.
at the McDonald's stop.
All right. Ma'am, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Do not go back to this McDonald's, please. I'm making that a condition of your bond. Do not pick up any new cases. You were able to get out because we gave you a free bond. If you pick up a new case, you violate conditions. I'm going to revoke the bond. I'm going to make it high. If you don't have anyone to make that bond, you'll be stuck like Chuck in there. So consider this when you're out there. Please don't pick up any new cases. Be nice.
John,
Tell me, do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
I don't.
Okay. Would you like us to appoint you a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
I need you to fill out an application for me, Ms. Bourgeois, and then I'll take a look. And assuming you qualify, I'll provide you a lawyer today. Okay? Do you mind giving her an application, please? All right. I'm going to have you, we'll give you an application. We'll have you sign a reset, and then I'll have you take a seat in the jury box. Yes, ma'am.
All right, page 2.
So can you file those conditions?
Returning to McDonald's.
Yes.
Yes.
That
Particular McDonald's. Yes, Judge.
Do you have an arraignment?
No, you're
Great. I'm trying to get through the arraignments first. So is this Trey Carter?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Carter, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On January 2nd, 2025, the officer observed the defendant's vehicle traveling the 700 block of South Battleground Road, and the officer ran the vehicle's license plate, and the registration was expired as of 2021. A traffic stop was initiated, and the officer made contact with the defendant, the driver, and sole occupant of the vehicle. The officer smelled a strong odor of marijuana, and the officer could see marijuana debris laying on the center console. The defendant admitted that he does smoke marijuana, but that he did not smoke that day. The defendant advised he was in possession of a firearm inside the vehicle center armrest container directly to the right of the defendant, and the defendant does not have a license to carry. A PC search was conducted, and the officer found the handgun inside the center armrest container and a full blunt that contained a green leafy substance known to be marijuana based on training experience. The weight of the marijuana was 0.28 ounces.
Mr. Carter, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Did you run his license? See if he has a valid Texas driver.
All right, Your Honor.
Please.
It's eligible, Your Honor.
Okay. You are not allowed to drive unless you have valid liability insurance in addition to a valid Texas driver license. I'm not putting any conditions on your bond now. Just be careful. Do not pick up any new cases. If you do, you become a danger to my community. I'm going to revoke your bond. I'm going to put you in jail. Do you understand? Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
No, sir.
Sorry?
No, sir.
Okay. I'll have you fill out an application because I need you to fill one out. And assuming that you qualify, I'll provide you a lawyer today. Okay? Please.
Judge, was that stage bond conditions?
No conditions. Yeah, no conditions.
Next judge is page 4. Reed, come on up.
Good morning, Mr. Green. Are you chewing gum? Please spit it out. Hey, guys, is there a trash can over there? She's not smacking. Mr. Green, you were charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On January 4th, 2025, the officer observed the defendant's vehicle traveling on the 8600 block of Colon Boulevard, and the officer began to approach the defendant's vehicle and observed a strong odor of marijuana emitting from that specific vehicle. The officer observed the defendant to make a westbound maneuver onto Belfort Street, and the defendant failed to use a right signal to make a turn onto another street. The traffic stop was then initiated. The officer made contact with the defendant and observed the strong odor of marijuana from the vehicle, and the officers asked the defendant to step out of the vehicle, and the defendant was then detained. The officer asked the defendant if he had recently hotboxed the vehicle, and the defendant stated he had earlier in the day. The defendant stated he had marijuana in a backpack lying on the passenger seat, and the defendant stated he had a rifle and pistol magazine. The officer observed a semi-automatic AR pistol lying on the passenger seat adjacent to the backpack with marijuana inside. The backpack had a bunch of Ziploc baggies containing marijuana, and the weight of the marijuana was 13.05 grams.
Do you have a valid Texas driver license, please?
I'll run it, Your Honor.
Mr. Green, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to be in possession of weapons. Do you understand?
Sir.
It's eligible, Your Honor.
Unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance, you're not allowed to drive. Do you understand?
Sir.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, sir? How old are you?
23.
Okay. I'll have you fill out an application to see whether you qualify. And then if you do, then we'll provide you a lawyer today. Do not pick up any new cases. Don't violate the law. If I find that you do, I'm going to put you in jail. You understand me? All right. Come on.
All right, Judge. Counsel's approaching on page 14. Wilson.
Okay. Can you file
Come
no
on
weapons, please?
No weapons, Your Honor. Yes, Judge.
Mr. Monk.
Yeah.
Top of the morning, please. How are you? You were here on Mr. Wilson?
And this is his first setting. He has a motion to adjudicate a fixed new impeding breath upstairs.
Oof.
We're set with the 23rd on that day. We are contesting that vigorously.
He still has other technical violations with us as well.
I don't know if it is significant, but maybe not as significant as the new case.
Sure.
Because I wouldn't want to be on probation.
You know, I'll give you a bit of time, Mr. Monks, but I mean, if it's going to take 2 years,
No, we're not talking about that. We should have some, when did you say we're coming back on the 23rd?
23rd.
I would say, if we'll give you, just shortly after that, we'll be able to give you a flavor for what they're thinking.
Okay.
And then we'll go from there.
Done.
Yeah, that's okay.
You want the same day?
Would you like to come back on both cases on the same day? That means you don't have to come down here 2 days in a row.
Yeah, I think that's
You
better.
want to do the same day?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Got
Thank
it.
you.
All right.
Thank you. You have a great day.
You-
Good weekend.
Judge, are there any bond conditions?
Just the weapons. I mean, I'm sure that the felony court did conditions, so, I mean, we're good.
Okay. thank you.
Yeah, I'm sure the felony court did it.
You want to sit down?
All right, Judge, next is 5. Gutierrez, come on up. Angel.
No.
All right, moving on. Next is Hashimi. Case 5. Yes. Judge, was the state gonna file conditions for Wilson?
No, just speak English, all right?
Yeah, if I need help, I can
Would you like me to provide you a translator? What do you speak?
Pashto.
Pashto. How well do you speak English?
Go ahead.
How well do you speak English?
Good. I graduated from high school here.
Okay. Mr. Hashimi, you were charged with driving while intoxicated. You were facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. If you do not understand something, let me know. We'll go slow for you. Okay?
If I not hire the attorney, then what?
We will get to the attorney later. We're doing probable cause now. Do you understand?
Yes.
We're going to see if there's enough evidence to go forward with your case. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. Do you understand?
Yeah.
If you cannot afford a lawyer will be given to you.
I did it. I did.
Stop. Don't say anything. Just, please,
Yes, Judge. On January 3rd, 2025,
go slow.
at approximately 10 p.m., the officer observed the defendant's vehicle run a red light after the officer was sitting at a cross section with a green light. A traffic stop was then initiated, and the officer made contact with the defendant, who was the driver and sole occupant of the vehicle. The officer observed watery eyes, thick-tongued, slurred speech, confusion, and disorientation. The officer asked the defendant for his driver's license, and he began searching for his wallet, and the defendant then handed the officer his license. The defendant then began making furtive movements, and the officer asked the defendant to exit the vehicle. The officer observed the defendant to stagger and sway on his feet, and the officer could smell an odor of marijuana coming from the vehicle. The defendant admitted to smoking a cigar of marijuana with a friend, and standard field sobriety tests were conducted. The defendant could not follow instructions for the HGN, and the walk and turn found 7 out of 8 clues, and the one-leg stand found 3 out of 4 clues. The defendant was read the DIC and consented to breath. The results were both .000, and a blood search warrant was signed and executed
Okay. What was the stop for?
for running a red light, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Hashimi, I'm going to find there's enough probable cause to go forward with the case. Would you like me to provide you a lawyer today? Okay. I need you to fill out an application for me. I will take a look at it. If you qualify, we will provide you a lawyer today. Okay?
Thank you.
Please, wait, hold on. Mr. Hashimi, you are not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I will test you. If you test positive for alcohol or illegal drugs like marijuana, I'm going to put you in jail and revoke your bond. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do you see that he has a,
He's eligible, Your Honor.
okay, please.
Next, Judge, counsel is approaching on page 7. Jack, come on up.
Oh, and then I also have Arthur Sims here for Plowman.
Page 11, Plowman.
Yeah. Yeah, he's here. Good morning, counsel.
Good morning.
Come on up.
Go, Mr. Jack.
Jackson.
Page
Oh, it's Jack. Mr. Jack? Sir, you were charged with driving while intoxicated and you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On January 4th, 2024, at 9:02 p.m., the officer arrived on scene to a traffic stop. And upon arrival, the officer met with another officer who stated he had called him for backup after initiating the traffic stop for the vehicle reaching speeds of up to 108 miles per hour. The officer observed a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, slurred speech, watery eyes, and unsteadiness on his feet. The defendant was then detained, and the defendant admitted to having a few drinks at a party. The defendant refused further questioning, and standard field sobriety tests were conducted. HGN 4 out of 6, walk and turn 7 out of 8, one leg stand 3 out of 4. The DIC was read, and the defendant refused to provide a sample. A blood warrant was signed and executed.
You say what had the odor of alcohol, slurred speech, bloodshot eyes? I didn't hear you say any of that.
Yes, he had odor of alcoholic beverage, slurred speech, watery eyes, and unsteadiness.
Okay. Mr. Jack, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as the condition of your bond not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, it's not going to go well for you. If I find that you're driving like this, in this manner again, I will take your privilege to drive away from you. Do you understand?
Yes.
Do you see that he has a valid license?
I'm running it, Your Honor. It's eligible, Your Honor.
All right. You have a lawyer. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, but it is your responsibility to stay in touch with them. If they come back to me, tell me they can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. You understand? Don't pick up any new cases. Don't use, stay in contact, and all will be fine. All right. I'll have you sign a receipt of Victoria. We'll have you get with Fleischer for your bond conditions, and then you're free to go. Thanks, guys.
All right, Judge Sims is approaching for page 11. Plowman, come on up.
Good morning, Mr. Sims.
Morning, Judge.
How are you?
Doing well.
Go ahead and have a seat in the jury box. Right that way.
Good morning, Ms. Plowman. Good morning. I wanted to let you know that your lawyer is here with you. He's on Zoom so that you can see that you're not alone. Ma'am, you're charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Yes, Judge.
Thanks.
On January 3rd, 2025, the officer was dispatched to a shoplifting at Target in Harris County, Texas. The defendant had been caught by the complainant, the loss prevention employee, and the defendant was observed pushing a shopping cart with multiple items towards the front entry without paying for the items. The defendant had passed points of sale before the complainant stopped the defendant. The total was $332.49.
All right. Ma'am, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you not to go back to any Target. If I find that you go back or you pick up a new case, I'm going to revoke your bond and put you in jail. You understand, ma'am? You have a lawyer. Because you have one, I will waive your appearance, but it is your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Sims, and he will tell you when you have to come back to court. If Mr. Sims is unable to get a hold of you because you're playing games, you're not responding to phone calls, text messages, and likewise, I'll revoke your bond. Okay. We'll have you sign a reset. I'll have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it, and then you'll be free to go, ma'am. All right?
Judge, how's March 11th through the 13th?
Did you hear that?
Yeah, Judge, if we can do the following week, my kids are on spring break that week.
18th through the 20th?
If we can do that Tuesday, that'd be great.
18 it is.
It's yours.
Judge, good seeing you.
You too, man. Take care.
Yes, sir. You too.
Judge, next is page
If you can follow those conditions, please.
Yes, Judge.
Lee, come on up. Case 8, Judge.
Got it.
Counsel, did you file an attorney of record?
I did.
Good morning, Mr. Johnson. Good morning. Come on up. So this is it Lauderdale?
Page 8.
Right. Good morning, Mr. Lee. Sir, you were charged with racing on a highway. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
On January 5th, 2025, the officer was conducting surveillance as part of a traffic crimes task force of motor vehicles racing westbound on Grand Parkway. And the officer observed the defendant's vehicle traveling in lane 2 and another vehicle in lane 1. The motor vehicle slowed down to approximately 30 miles per hour before launching at the same time in a competitive manner, accelerating to well over 110 to 125 miles per hour in an attempt to outpace each other. The motor vehicles raced 3 times, then pulled into a Buc-ee's. The officer observed the defendant, but was unable to locate the other motor vehicle involved in the race.
So then it says also he picked up a felony evading. He was on bond for a felony evading and now he's picked up this case, a racing?
It looks like that's the case, Your Honor. He was on bond for the evading.
I'm taking away your privilege to drive. You were not allowed to drive, Mr. Lee. Do you understand? You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. I don't give a rat's behind what is going on in your life. If I find that you drive, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. This is an affidavit that you're going to promise me that you're not going to drive. Do you understand? There's a burning building with 50 kids in it. I don't care. Do not drive. You mind filing those conditions as well, please? No driving.
No driving. Yes, Judge.
You have a lawyer. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Johnson. He will tell you when you have to come back to court. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, you pick up another case, I'm going to revoke it. And if I find that you're a danger to the public, I'm going to make it sky high. I will do everything in my power to protect my public at all costs. Do you understand? Do you want the same day as the felony?
Sunday's gonna be fine.
Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to have you sign a reset. We'll have you take a seat in the jury box, or we'll get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it. And then after that, you'll be free to go. All right. Thanks, guys.
The felony's all the way in June 2nd.
2026, Your Honor.
Is it set for trial or something?
No, he was on that's a placeholder setting because it was a PTI.
What's going to happen with that? Is he still in the PTI?
It was, from my understanding, I don't know. I think it was some conditions he had to do when he's almost done with it. So I think this is close. I don't know.
So is that, do you know whether they're going to keep him in now? Do they know about this?
I'm sure they know, but
Does the felony court?
I'm not attorney on that.
You're not the lawyer.
No, but they.
Okay.
They,
So let's just do this. Let's just do it right. We'll do a 30-day reset. And then I don't know what's going to happen upstairs. We'll see. You just keep us in the loop. Okay. All right. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Next judge is page 10. Tate, come on up.
A decorated Army veteran and lead hospital administrator was swarmed by police at his workplace and arrested on a Georgia warrant. A warrant filed online by his estranged wife. With no prior report, no police interview of him, right as their custody dispute began turning in his favor. When a criminal warrant can be filed by one party in a domestic dispute, without police ever speaking to the accused, and that warrant can then follow someone across state lines and result in arrest at their workplace, does the system adequately protect the presumption of innocence, or does it create a tool that can be weaponized in civil proceedings like custody battles?
Good morning, Ms. Pace.
Good morning.
Ma'am, you were charged with driving on a suspended license. You were facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge. On January 2nd, 2025, the officer observed the defendant's vehicle at the 900 block of Burke Road. He ran the license plate and it had a return of an expired registration as of November 2024. A traffic stop was conducted, and the defendant was not able to provide a Texas driver's license, so instead the defendant provided a name and date of birth. The defendant stated she did not have financial responsibility on the vehicle, and the defendant was shown to have a suspended driver's license not eligible with multiple Class C warrants.
Okay. Ma'am, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case.
Can I say something?
Please don't. You have the right to remain silent. Exercise that right. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
Yes, I do.
You don't want a court-appointed lawyer? Okay, so we'll give you time to go hire a lawyer. I am making it a condition of your bond that you're not to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance. And I'm going to have you sign a promise with me today. Doesn't matter what's going on in your life. If you want to drive, go get a license, get liability insurance. If you can show me that, I'll take this restriction off. Happily. Okay? Bless you. Did you sneeze?
No.
That's just sneeze. Okay, man. So I'll have you sign this reset. I'll have you get with Victoria for a reset and then we'll get you out of here, man. Okay? Thank you.
All right, Judge, next is page 11. Reyes, come on up.
Good morning, Mr. Reyes. Sir, you were charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On January 2nd, 2025, the officer was riding with HPD Traffic Crimes Task Force and a group of vehicles was meeting at 430 West Parker Road in Harris County, Texas. The officer observed the defendant, who was 18, brandish a firearm while walking around his vehicle, and the defendant exited from the motor vehicle on the driver's side, walked around the motor vehicle while brandishing the handgun, and then sat in the front passenger side seat. A traffic stop was initiated and the officer made contact with the defendant, the passenger of the vehicle, and the defendant admitted to carrying around a handgun, which was found under the passenger seat in the motor vehicle where the defendant was sitting.
Mr. Reyes, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. What are you doing with yourself these days? Are you in school? You graduated from high school? Okay. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to be in possession of weapons. You are not allowed to have a weapon. Do you understand? If I find that you have a weapon, you pick up a new case, I'm going to revoke your bond. I will put you in jail. Do you understand? Tell me, you want a lawyer? You don't want a court-appointed one? You do one?
Yeah.
Okay. I just fill out an application. Let me see if I have an application on file. I need you to fill out an application for me. Let me take a look at it, and then I'll appoint you one here in a bit. All right? Come on. Do you mind, Ms. Brown, giving him an application?
All right, Judge, next arraignment is page 13.
Can you
Come
file?
on up. Counsel, do you have an arraignment?
No, approaching for bond violation.
All right, we're doing the.
Bear with me. I think we're close. Are you Mr. Scott? Mr. Scott, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On January 4th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, the officer was dispatched to an assault. The officer met with the complainant who stated that the defendant and her had been in a sexual relationship, and she confronted the defendant about sleeping with another woman. The defendant became angry and followed her to a gas station where he pushed to the ground with both hands, causing pain.
Okay, Mr. Scott, I'm gonna find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Do we know, have you spoken to her to find out what she wants? Does she want to have contact with him? Does she not want to have contact with him?
Your Honor, we have not reached out at this time.
Okay.
Well, Judge,
Hold on a second. Just don't say anything at this point. I've got a bunch of DAs here. Whatever you say, they can use against you. I can give you a lawyer today if you want one. You know, you can give your side to the lawyer. The lawyers can talk to the DAs, but I don't want you to say anything to make the case any worse. All right. Because I don't know what she wants, I'm ordering you not to have any contact with her, not to be in possession of any weapons. I'm also entering what's called a magistrate order for emergency protection that identifies Ms. Walton as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person, commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate any threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon or go within 200 feet of where she lives or where she works. Do you understand?
Judge, you know the property that she lives, I paid for, approved out on, and they're stating around the death and homeless, right?
Let's do this. Let me give you a lawyer today. I can have them reach out to find out where she lives, what the address is. I just don't want you to have contact with her. I don't want you to go where she lives or where she works. That's it. Okay? I don't know. Let's do this. Let me give you a lawyer and we'll go from there. Okay? Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions, though. Sorry?
Thanks for respecting our McKinney, you recommended to improve the court in 1990. Yeah.
Okay. So hang tight with me. We'll help you out. Don't worry. Okay? Please.
All right, Judge. Next
Yeah, I want to do them all.
is page 5.
This is Scott.
Gutierrez, Angel.
Top of page 13. Can you, hey, no contact, no weapons.
For now, counsel, you may approach.
So that was the last one.
For now, it's just,
No Spanish? No.
no, just.
Wow. Okay. Hi.
Aaron Durden.
Okay. Come up, Mr. Durden.
Mr. Durden was placed on bond conditions in November, toward the end of November, got an interlock at the end of November. His very first date to go have it recalibrated was 12/29. He was out of town on that date, didn't get back until the next week when it was locked out. I got an email on Monday from the patrol officer saying that he was locked out and notified you as well. He went the very next day, got it fixed, but you asked us to come here today to address it. He now understands.
I'm not going to play this game with you. Court orders are court orders. You have to follow them. And when you don't, there's severe consequence. And the consequence is you end up in jail. So I'm going to give you a pass now. But if it continues to happen, it's just not going to go well for you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. That's it.
Is there a date that we have for the meeting still? Thank you. I'll deal with that.
You ready? Hi. Who do you have?
Mr. Kabir, Kabir. Who's here for a bond violation because of a lockout, Your Honor? He since remedied that. Apparently it's our battery.
Do you mind bringing him up?
Unconditional. Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing.
Between them and the state, you know.
I'm not going to play this game with you, Mr. Kabir. If this continues to happen, it shows me that you're just don't care about the bond conditions and their severe consequences. Do you understand?
Your Honor, I don't drive this vehicle.
I don't want you to, I'm just telling you, I have bond conditions in place and I expect for you to live up to them. And when you don't, there are severe consequences. Do you understand? Okay. You guys didn't want to add anything? Or did you have something to add? No?
No, Your Honor. No, that was the only reading.
Okay. All right, man.
Thank you.
Put an arraignment.
I'm ready when you are. You mind bringing them up?
Yes.
Good morning. morning, Mr. Barragan. You were charged with racing on a highway. You were facing up to a year in jail. I'm sorry, up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Yes, Judge. On January 5th, 2025, the officer was part of a street racing and takeover task force and was advised of a group that met at a gas station parking lot in the city limits of Harris County, Texas. The officer was working in a plainclothes capacity and was following the group from one location to another and viewed two vehicles race side by side at Highway 290 and Kickapoo Road, traveling westbound. The officer observed the defendant's vehicle and another vehicle slow down to approximately 50 miles per hour before launching at the same time in a competitive manner, accelerating well over 100 miles per hour in an attempt to outpace one another. The officer maintained visual and was able to detain the defendant, the driver of the silver Nissan observed, but was unable to locate the other vehicle.
How fast are we talking over 100?
Let me see if he specified, if it was just that. The officer only said well over 100. He didn't specify.
Barragan, I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to participate in this kind of activity again. If I find that you're racing, if I find that you participate in any kind of street takeovers, anything of this nature, reckless driving, donuts, whatever, I will take your ability to drive away from you. Do you understand? Not only that, it is a condition of your bond, and if I find that you do, I can revoke your bond and put you in jail. Can you file those conditions, please?
Yes, Judge.
You're going to reset your case to give you time to fight this thing. I'm going to have you sign a receipt of Victoria. I'm going to have you take a seat in the jury box. We'll get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it. And then after that, you'll be free to go. You have a lawyer. Because you do, I will waive your appearance, but it is your responsibility to stay in touch with her. If she tells you she can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, you pick up a new case, you've become a danger to my community, I will put you in jail. You understand? Okay, come on. Thank you.
Judge, I didn't.
Did you get the cause number for this?
Yes, Judge.
He's on probation. Has a motion been filed? I don't know, because the bond is still set at $100. So I don't know if a motion's been filed. Mr. Worthy, you were charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On January 8th, 2025, the officer responded to a DPS agent who stated he was following the defendant's vehicle and needed assistance on the traffic stop, as the DPS agent was conducting surveillance on an unrelated case. The DPS agent provided a description of the defendant's vehicle, and the officer observed the defendant's vehicle failing to signal a lane change, along with the defendant's third brake light being out. The traffic stop was then conducted, and the officer made contact with the defendant. The officer observed a strong odor of marijuana, and the defendant was asked to step out of the vehicle, and the defendant stated there was nothing illegal inside. The officer located a cigar filled with a green leafy substance known to be marijuana based on training experience with a weight of 0.09 grams or 0.032 ounces. A PC search of the vehicle was conducted, and the officer located an unholstered black handgun inside a backpack in the back seat of the vehicle.
Mr. Worthy, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Take a seat for me in the jury box. Okay, come on.
Morning, Judge.
Hey.
Judge, a quick question. I have Jonathan Guidry Joyal popped up on my docket. The only issue, I would like for you to see, the only issue is He's in processing. I don't know if you want to wait till he pops up, or can we hear PC?
Yeah, we can hear PC, of course.
Yes, Judge.
You don't think there's PC?
I think there's two main issues that I'd like to treat you with.
It's on the jail, unlawful camera. Okay, go ahead, Judge.
On January 8th, 2025, the officer observed the defendant's motor vehicle fail to signal for 100 feet prior to making a lane change twice from lane 3 to 2 and then from lane 2 to 1 on East Tex Freeway in Harris County, Texas. A traffic stop was initiated and the officer observed further movements between the occupants of the vehicle before the driver, defendant Price, age 19, rolled down the windows of the motor vehicle. The officer approached the motor vehicle and observed a clear plastic bag with green liquid in plain view in the driver handle, believed to be promethazine based on training experience, and a bag with marijuana in the driver door pocket. The weight of the marijuana was 0.82 grams, and the promethazine was 101 grams. The officer observed an AR pistol in plain view on the rear left floorboard or left rear passenger seat, where the defendant, Guidry Royale, was seated. Guidry Royale, age 19, and a PC search on the motor vehicle was conducted, and the officer observed another AR pistol inside a black backpack in the right rear passenger seat where defendant Kinnan was seated, along with defendant Kinnan's cell phone. The officer observed an unholstered Glock in plain view adjacent to the first AR pistol on the floorboard behind the driver's seat. The defendant, Guidry Royale, stated the firearms were passed from the front to the rear of the motor vehicle, but would not state who handed him the firearms.
If I may, Judge, hear the issue. So some stuff that's not there is that they were looking at this vehicle beforehand. This is,
Remember, this is a probable cause hearing. I mean, I can't get into like,
correct.
you know,
It's a suppression team. They're looking, they're following. It's a contextual stop. They're following them, waiting for a reason to stop them. The reason that they give is didn't signal for 100 feet. Sounds like they're on the highway. Okay. It's a conclusory statement. They're not stating that anybody else was in danger. They make no mention of.
well, failing to signal a lane change is a good, I mean, it's a traffic violation, is it not?
Well, 100 feet. They don't say at what point he failed to signal, whether or not he signaled at all, whether or not he signaled under 100 feet. They don't state at what foot or feet he did signal. It's conclusory. They don't give articulable facts regarding that. And so because it's conclusory and we don't.
I don't know. I think that there's enough probable cause to go.
Here's the second issue, Judge. The second issue is in the DIMS, this officer is stating that my client says they passed the gun to him and they handed the gun to him. That's what the DIMS says. But the OR says that my client says he doesn't know who tossed them from the front to the back. He doesn't say they handed it to him. He doesn't say they passed it to him.
But there was also an AR on the floorboard where he's sitting.
Right.
Right.
He says that they're not his. There's 4 people in the car. There's 4 people in the car. And only 3 out of 4 get charged with an unlawful carry of a weapon. He doesn't say, hey, they handed it to me. Hey, they passed it to me. What he says specifically is doesn't know who tossed them from the front to the back. This correlates to the furtive movements that the officer is talking about. He never claims possession of these guns. The guns are all in the car. He says they're not his, says the guns are not his, but he gets charged for the UCW.
And we're supposed to just take it, then just believe his, right?
And Your Honor, if I may, and that's why, because they were found in the area where he was seated, the AR pistol, and he is underage at the time. That's the reason why he was charged, because he had them in his immediate proximity in the vehicle.
Yeah, I think that there's enough. Sorry?
It would be a question of fact, Judge.
Okay.
I think that there's enough. Sorry.
Okay. Understood, Judge. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Ricardo. Mr. Doyle, you ready? Mr. Kim. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
I'm here on Mr. Reader.
Reader. Yep.
He's finally here today.
Do you mind bringing him up? What's new? Everything all good?
Just, getting kicking off the new year. Kid stuff. How about you?
Same thing. My life is revolves around kids, you know?
My son still won't wear long pants, he'll still wear shorts.
In this weather?
It's,
Are you,
That's a thing.
My daughter wears them fine, but yeah, my son just
How
refuses
old
to
is
wear. He's 8, so
He's 8.
just doesn't care. Just he'll freeze to death before he
Well,
admits.
hopefully he's wearing a jacket and a sweater. I mean,
So it just looks
you know,
comical. Yeah.
I love shorts as well, and I hate wearing pants too, you know, so.
That was after.
Are you opposed?
So I'm not opposed to a bond, I'm just opposed to a low bond. And so council has shared some more information regarding, because we haven't been given, it's another one of those, we can't get a hold of the people from the demanding jurisdiction. It's one of those because it's a 2B warrant, it hasn't been assigned to a prosecutor yet. And so we were trying to get a hold of the actual investigator for this charge. And Amy and I got shuffled around a little bit, so we could only speak with the extradition investigator, but we couldn't speak with the original investigator. So my facts are very, very limited. We don't.
I'm happy to give you some background, Judge. Mr. Reeder, military veteran, was a medic in the Pacific, in Korea, meritorious awards, done well. When he finished with the military, the Army, lived in Georgia, then was hired over here by a very reputable hospital and medical center. He's the lead administrator. He was referred to me by the chief neurologist of this hospital. What ends up happening, he is in a custody dispute, and I believe Judge Kirby's, is that the judge, over in family court?
Here or over there?
Here. As this custody dispute sort of soured for his future ex-wife, he shows up at his hospital to go to work and is sworn and arrested on a warrant that he had no idea about. Apparently, this is some allegation that occurred in Georgia in June of 23. No report was made at the time. I think the state will confirm that. It wasn't until the custody issue here started to go south for his future ex. She then makes an online report in DeKalb County, Georgia, who accept charges without ever even talking to him, getting his side of the story. There's actual video evidence, I'm told, of what happened that's been litigated in family court. They're not responding to the state. All we want is a low bond so he can go deal with this there. He's not a flight risk. He's got family here. He's obviously got a good job. His boss is the one who brought me in on this. And so, I don't want to ask for a dollar bond, but I ask as low as the court wants to go because it is a cash bond, and he's going to have to go hire a lawyer to deal with this.
So you're not going to go represent him over there?
I'm not. Well, I'm going to get it. I know. I stay in my lane.
Got it.
We're going to find somebody in DeKalb County that will make this go away.
So, Mr. Reeder, you are wanted out of the state of Georgia for aggravated assault and cruelty to a child. What we have here is, I don't know you. I've never met you before, but my main concern are two. Are you a danger to my community? And number two, most importantly, are you going to go back to Georgia? I have to make the bond sufficiently high if I give you a bond so that you're going to go back, because you are, as everyone, it's an inherent flight risk because you're a fugitive from another state.
Judge, if I could, one other thing. The aggravated assault, my understanding from Georgia, is the impeding breath statute here, and the child part of it is the allegation is the 12-year-old child witnessed this. So it's not, there's no weapon involved or anything like that. It's a simple domestic violence situation.
Any prior criminal history?
No, he has no other history, Judge. And so I'm not able to confirm, but that seems logical in terms of when the warrant was dropped, but it is correct. The charges, the Texas equivalent would be impeding breath, and I guess, I don't even know if we have.
You don't know this with certainty that
No,
that's
for the charges it is, but for the date, I don't have any other information. Like I said, I
don't know the actual, what the facts,
yes, the strength,
impeding breath, or whether it's shooting a gun.
And then cruelty it's strangulation, and the cruelty to child is the fact that the 12-year-old witnessed him allegedly strangling his wife. So, but regarding that, because of the nature of the charge, it's a state request $10,000 bond. And so
you're okay with
a bond being set because he has no prior other criminal history. He hasn't exhibited any other information I could find that he's a flight risk. So,
okay. So state wants a $10,000 bond. What's your counter?
My counter would be 1,000, Judge. He's not going anywhere. He's got a good job here. He's got support here. I'm here. They're not bringing me here to run away from anything. We're gonna go fight this case and clear his name. Everything is here.
You got to understand that, if I set you a bond, we expect you to follow through, and there are very serious consequences. You're old enough to know that actions have serious consequences. And if you fail to act, I'm going to set you a bond, and we give you 14 days from the date of your release to go turn yourself into Georgia. If you fail to do that, I'm telling you now, I'm not going to play this game with you again. If you fail to go, I will issue a nationwide warrant for your arrest, and I'm going to set your bond at 0. You won't get another one. Do you understand?
Yes, Your
I don't know. So he wants 10, you want 1,000. I'll set it at 5,
Would you consider 2,500? Because my understanding, it's a cash bond. So we have to pay, we can't get a bondsman in here, pay the 10%. And he's gonna need money.
I'll defer to the court. Sorry, I was working on the waiver withdrawal form because he waived in magistrate court, so I'm just working on the waiver withdrawal right now. But I defer to the court. Because he doesn't have any other history and because I'm limited information, it's hard for me to make any further assertions because no one's getting back to me.
Credit, they've gone out of their way to reach out to Georgia and they're not responding. It's not
he's great.
Lack of diligence on their part. But apparently DeKalb County doesn't find this as much of a priority to respond to them. And they've had 2 days while he's been sitting in jail.
Okay. I'll acquiesce to the 2,500.
Thank you.
One moment, I have one form. You just sign it all.
No problem.
Give me like 5 minutes.
The only other thing that I'm going to counsel you is that you got to be careful, man. What you do impacts everyone around you, especially a child. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned and a teenager out of control, because the teenagers that's out of control can make your life a living hell. And when they see that kind of, it impacts everyone. And I'm telling you, it reverberates and it can just, like an infection, just grow out of control. 90% of the people in there now, no self-control. They get upset, they wig out, and they just go without thinking, hey, if I do this, what's going to happen? If I say this, what's going to happen? Just patience really goes a long way, All right, I'll set the bond at 2,500. Just be careful, man. All right? Okay, Mr. Doyle.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.
Excuse.
Yes, sir. Snap there. Hold on a second. Hi.
Hi, good morning, Your Honor. I'm approaching on last name Moore, first name is Sheena.
Okay.
It's of a bond violation.
Moore, come up. Please show up for the drug test. We're not asking for much. I'm going to send you for a test now. If you fail it again, it's not going to go well for you. Okay? All right. We'll send it for a test now. Assuming everything's okay, we'll just give you normal reset, but please, no more. All right? Okay. Good luck, man. Give me a second, guys. Yeah, I'm sorry to keep you waiting, guys.
Can I approach Judge?
Hi, Anna.
Good morning. I'm here on Mr. Hunter. And I apologize. He's one of our Monday, Thursday.
Yeah.
I forgot to come back to court yesterday.
It's okay. It's not a big, I don't think it was, you were supposed to.
Oh, okay. Well, he went and took the drug test.
Right?
He passed.
Yay!
So I get to give good news today.
Okay.
We got the videos this morning. Discovery is complete. And
Okay.
Mr. Hunter would like a trial.
Okay, sure, whatever you want.
So I do I need to
Tell them to keep up the good work.
Yes.
No more issues.
Can we cut the testing back from Monday, Thursday?
Yes,
Just the
I will.
Okay,
Okay, but if he tests, then
he understands. I've admonished him, and if you would like to admonish him as well.
no, no, he should know.
And then, I'll go chat with him about it.
Please.
Good
Good job, man.
Maybe excuse.
When you're cool, the sun shines on you indoors,
Well,
you know?
it's because brilliance from a bench is blinding me.
How are you?
And maybe that coat.
That's what it is.
I'm good, Judge.
Mr. Coyne,
Angel Gutierrez, said DWI. I understand that you might want to talk about bond conditions.
is this a new case?
Yes, it is.
Judge, except for arraignment, he was in felony court.
All right, Mr. Gutierrez, come up.
Page 5.
I take it you are also representing him upstairs.
I am, Your Honor.
Wonderful.
Oh, sure.
Mr. Gutierrez, you were charged with driving while intoxicated. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On January 4th, 2025, at approximately 12:58 a.m., the officer observed the defendant's vehicle with an expired registration as of July 2024. A traffic stop was initiated and the officer made contact with the defendant and driver of the vehicle. The window was not completely rolled down and the officer observed slurred speech and further discovered the defendant had an open warrant and asked the defendant to step out of the vehicle. The officer observed an odor of alcoholic beverage and bloodshot eyes, and the officer did search of the defendant and found a marijuana blunt in the defendant's front pocket. The defendant stated he was coming from a bar and was driving home, and the defendant stated he had 1 cocktail drink and 2 shots. The defendant admitted to smoking the marijuana before going to the bar in the car, and the defendant stated he was 3 out of 10 drunk when asked to rate his intoxication. The defendant refused standard field sobriety test, and the DIC was read to the defendant, who refused to provide a breath sample. A blood search warrant was signed and executed.
Mr. Gutierrez, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, I'm going to put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Sir.
He has a prior FSRA and he's on bond for that case. Has anything happened to that because of the
I
DWI?
just signed on to that case. He was just recently arrested for it. We're in the beginning stages of
Is
this.
it a 2B?
It was. We're in the beginning stages of discovery, Judge. I know almost nothing about that case yet.
Was there a dead body?
No, Your Honor. It was a minor injury.
Great.
Yes, Your Honor, this is a leg injury.
On the FSRA?
Oh, yes, sorry, yes.
Okay. All right. Does he have a Texas driver license?
It's eligible, Your Honor.
All right. You are not allowed to drive unless you also have liability insurance. If you don't have liability insurance with your Texas driver license, you're not allowed to drive. If I find that you're driving also without insurance, I'm going to revoke your bond. Do you understand? All right. Now you got a great lawyer. It's your responsibility to listen to Mr. Coyne and he'll tell you when you have to come back to court. If he tells you that you're playing games, you're not responding to phone calls or text messages, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. Don't pick up a third case. 3 strikes. You know what happens, right? All right. Come on.
Thank you, Judge.
He's going to have to get with Felicia for bond conditions. We'll have him sign a reset and then you're good to go.
Thank you, Judge.
Right this way.
Yes, sir.
Cataract. Judge, I had surgery, so
Always a pleasure.
I wouldn't be disrespectful to the
I trust you. It doesn't matter. Mr. McAllister, I heard the wonderful news.
Yes, Judge, and I actually hear about that, just in administrative stuff. I was hoping you'd sign the motion to substitute to free up Peyton. Did you, on a certain cause number?
Are you now inheriting hundreds of cases or what?
This one, yes. And this one in particular is just one of those, that they're on PTI and they have a setting next year, but we got to free him up because he's getting sworn in on Monday, so.
Tell him congratulations from me, will you? You know, that's great.
Yeah, but we're all scrambling just to
I can't even imagine, you know.
change the name of the website. There's some administrative stuff going on, but,
I got it. I'll sign it for you.
You sign it for?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, okay.
Just let them know.
I'll let them know the
I
cost.
think I may have already signed it. Actually, it's a motion to sub.
Yes. You signed it, Judge.
Decided, you already did,
Thank you.
Sorry, before I left the courthouse, I told them.
You're okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Take care. John D.
Judge, this is Ms. Prince.
All right. Good morning, Ms. Prince.
Morning.
Ms. Prince, you were charged with false report to a police officer. You were facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 5 days in jail with credit for the 5 days that you've done. You need to understand that by pleading guilty, this charge is going to go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. From now on, you'll be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You are giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this, you can never change this or undo this.
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the offense, ma'am?
Guilty.
I will find you guilty, sentence you to 5 days in jail, give you credit for the 5 days. The enhancement will be abandoned, and good luck to you.
Daryl Nabiyama, he's in custody. He was previously on bond for felony and he picked up his DWI. So he's set for bond. Has the bond already been set for this one?
Let me see. Oh my goodness, 100,000 on the Agra, or on the Agra salt, huh?
Yeah, he doesn't think he can make it, so.
So what happened? He was out on bond for this?
Yes, well, I'm not over the felony, another attorney at the firm is, but yes, from my understanding, he was out on bond for the felony and then he picked up this
So they
DWI.
both didn't raise it?
Yeah,
too?
they were both didn't raise it, yeah.
Okay, whatever you want, you know.
Set it at 1,000.
Well, the bond is set at 5,000.
Oh, it's already set?
Already made bond on.
Okay.
So there's nothing really for us to do. Felony court is 116. You want to set it for the day after? Or do you want a longer reset?
A long reset, 'cause I don't think it's gonna get some.
Okay, whatever you need.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Hi. Thank you for being patient.
I am here about a motion to sub which should be in your queue for Mr. Noah Castillo. It is not on docket today, no. I do have a cost number.
No, I'll sign it.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Yes, ma'am. Mr. Coyne, what happened?
Scott? His random drug testing, Judge, on Mr. Angel Gutierrez. He works out of town. And he goes out of town every 3 weeks out of 4. He works 1 week in Houston.
So what happens is if he gets called upon, he'll have to go to a Quest Diagnostics.
That's all right.
Wherever he is, they're all over the country. He can take the test, get the results to us, and then we're good.
And how does he transmit them back to?
To you, to give to Frank for pretrial services, yeah.
I'll do it. I'll get him to pretrial services. He can get them to me and I just bring them here.
Sure, of course.
So
Quest, yeah, because it's a reputable lab. It's not like Punka City where you can go buy a result.
Used them before, Judge.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you.
Judge, could you also sign the motion to sub on that one? The last name Nabiyama. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, hi.
I'm here on Dwayne Leroy, Leroy.
Okay, I don't, Lavoy?
Leroy. First name is Dwayne. Oh, I'm sorry, it's off.
Judge, the call number.
I'm sorry. It's on.
Get ready, Alex. Okay,
2536-959.
okay.
Your Honor, we're requesting the court to allow him to drive. He's having major financial issues Hey, I just spoke to the state. They just got his blood test fruits back and it was a 0.87. And I don't think he's been in trouble since 2010 when I looked at the DA portal.
There was probably a reason that I took it away, like he's driving, at a very high rate of speed, donuts or whatnot.
I did speak to pre-trial. I know the
Or
board is.
maybe he didn't have a license. Tell me about it.
I think it was the high rate of speed, Your Honor. He was at 100.
5 miles per hour.
Okay, bring him here. Let me talk to him,
Yes, sir.
admonish, and then,
Thank you, Your Honor.
okay?
So we're allowing him to drive, Judge?
No.
Not yet.
that-
Not yet.
Talk to him. I want to know that he appreciates the,
Yes, sir.
yeah, okay. Come up, sir. I'm not happy with you. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. And I don't want to file a motion to revoke, but if, I don't want you to say anything, but they've informed us that you're testing positive. You're not doing your classes on time. You haven't started on your community service, right?
I have the community service schedule. I have it in my email if you want me to send it to you. And with regards to one of the classes, it got pushed back after the Christmas time. And then I took another class. I think it was the EDM class. I finished that class. And now I have the other class scheduled as well.
Is it actually scheduled?
Yes, sir. It's scheduled.
Is this the one where he scheduled it 3 times and failed to appear?
No.
Okay.
This is for Brown. He completed his effective decision-making in regards to his felony probation.
I have 3 classes in total. I don't remember.
And this is the one that I mentioned his officer is wanting to use the effective decision-making instead of the thinking for change.
I would rather do the thinking for change instead of the community service. I think the community service, I'd rather you take a class and learn something than just doing menial work for just, no.
That's what she informed me that they have our class I can take instead. And I told her that I could do
Once
that.
you get done with this class, you're done with us. So the quicker you do it, the quicker you're done. And now I'm going to test you again in 45 days. You test positive, it's really not going to go well for you.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand?
Yes,
You
sir.
get my drift. Don't use.
Yes, sir.
Don't care what's going on in your life. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it gets tested 45 days. And then, how much time does he have left? Before he
One is
expires?
2 years and one is 6 months.
Terminated April 20.
Okay, so let's do, he's got to have the class done, at least signed up within the next 30 days. Okay, all right, take a seat. Here's the deal. So your lawyer came in here twice. You weren't here. It's okay. I'm not going to ding you on it. My main concern is I don't want you out in the middle of the night just doing things that you're not supposed to be doing. And when we spoke to your lawyer, from what it appeared is, are you on a bus at that time?
I got my new apartment. I got all my paper right here, and we relocated all the way in A-Leaf right now. So the bus, it takes a long time to come. It don't come at the time that it say it'll come. So you know what I'm saying? Wherever I'm at, I'll be like, dang, I'll make it on.
Speak normally. Don't
Yes, sir.
have to really just
'Cause
speak normally,
I'm just trying to,
intelligently.
yes, sir. I'm just trying to show you, like, that I'm out here really trying. You know what I'm saying? I got my information.
No, you know what I'm saying? No,
I'm sorry.
just,
I'm sorry. Good luck.
hey, speak eloquently.
Yes.
It shows, Okay, so what are you doing now? You working?
I'm not technically working. I'm volunteering. I'm handing out flyers, and I get like $100 after it. It's like kind of like a volunteering thing.
Why not get the full-time job?
I know I've been applying. I still got some coming in. So that's gonna take me.
So I'm gonna hold on. No, don't worry. Look, I've got resources here to help you out. Do you have a cell phone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm gonna give you a list of places how you can get a job.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Get a job, get a skill, get a trade. That way you can develop something so you can move up in life and make a lot of money. That's what it's about. You get a trade, learn something So you move up in the world, not menial jobs handing out this because you go nowhere with this. Really. We're going to give you a sheet of paper. This is going to be a list of places that you can go to that can recruit you for work purposes. Okay. I just don't want you out in the middle of the night. Nothing good happens at 2 a.m, 1 a.m. We got to work down a way that where you're working, you still be home at a decent hour. So you're volunteering at this place? And where do you go and how long does it take for you to get home?
It's currently on North, it's like at a church.
Okay. And how long does it take to get home?
Even
Are you with Mr. Waters?
Even from like Wheeler Station, Transit Center, where the 25 bus go to, that's an hour and 9 minutes away to come. So just imagine me taking a bus from wherever.
What time do you stop working?
What time do I start working? Whenever
Stop. What time do you stop working?
Like whenever we get all the flight, like it's like the maximum of 4 of us that's passing out in the neighborhood, in nice neighborhoods, and like when all the flyers are gone, cause we got like 4 pages, so when all the flyers are gone, then it's
usually what time do you finish?
Usually like around, let me say 2, 3.
2, 3 what? In the afternoon?
4, like 4 in the afternoon.
Okay, so then you take the bus to go home.
I take everybody to go home, then I try to go do some, like look around and go apply for jobs and stuff like this.
What is the curfew that we have on him now?
10 p.m.
And this time here, he didn't get home till like 11:30, 11:45, right?
10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Judge.
Okay. I just don't want you out in the middle of the night. If you need more time, ask Jillian, we can give you more time, but you have to be cognizant, meaning that you have to understand that, actions have consequences. And if you're out there past curfew, it's not going to go well. If you need a little bit more time for work, I can give you a little bit more time, but if you're out at midnight, 1, 2, it's not going to go well, Mr. Waters. Do you understand? Okay. So
Give me some resources for employment opportunities and an upcoming job fair on the 14th.
this is a fair that you can go to get a job. When you go there, take a shower in the morning, brush your teeth, smell good, put on nice clothes. Perception is reality. If you look bad, no one's going to give you a job. But if you go there looking professional and you speak well, then you're better chances of getting a job. You need a trade, like maybe welding, something of this nature where you can move up in this world and make $15 to $20 an hour. That's what you should be looking for. We've given you the tools. It's a matter of whether you want to go do it. Okay? All right. So let's set it. What was the date that we were going to do?
I was just looking at that and I didn't see it. So I just felonies on 2-4.
Okay, let's set it for, we'll set it for the same day as the felony. Okay? This is your opportunity to get a job. Use it. All right, we'll have you sign a reset, put you on the same day for the felony so they don't have to keep coming and going. All right? All right, come on, Mr. Waters. Thank you, Mr. Waters. Yeah, I guess go to 10:30. Yeah.
This court session ended with a man being told to speak clearly and properly. Mr. Waters is homeless. He just moved into a new apartment far away from everything. He volunteers for only $100 handing out flyers. Sometimes he misses curfew because the bus in Houston takes 1 hour and 40 minutes to get him home. The judge gave him a paper about a job fair and told him to take a shower, dress nicely, and look professional. The judge said, "Perception is reality. That may be true, but it's not enough." Mr. Waters probably knows that. The judge likely knows it too. But still, all the court could offer was a job fair paper. Earlier in the same court session, a military veteran, who has a hospital job and service awards, was released after paying a $2,500 bond. It's the same system, but people have very different situations